Discipline and punishments keep the world from being off balance. It keeps us all in line. It keeps us from being savage. The rules are everything as long as the rules account for everybody. If you do this with DK Metcalf and I, Mark Henry, am on that team, and I do something and I get my money taken away, I'm like, well, you didn't do it to DJ. So it opens the door for a lot of really, really foul things to happen with the Steelers organization. Mike Tomlin, I'm sure that he's disappointed, but what can he do? Aaron Rodgers, this is his last leg. He's on his last leg. Last hurrah. You think he's happy? No. It's affected more than the ownership, the coach, the quarterback, and the fan base. The structure is what I'm saying is the problem. I think it was wrong for them to allow him not to be punished at the fullest extent of what the team could have done. What say you?
So Jake Glazer yesterday on the Sunday preview show said that there was a previous altercation between this same fan and DK Metcalf when DK was playing for the Seahawks, and said that more comments were made before. So I don't know, Mark. There may be more to this story we don't know. I mean,
well, we talked about it last week, and the fan, he calls DK by his real name, and he's done this for like 2.5 years, and they have had other altercations, which we explained. But that doesn't give you the right to go over there and punch somebody or pie face them. Like, he's got to have more restraint. And where's the security?
Yeah, I agree with you, but what, like, at some point this is on the fan too, and I think that's my issue. And I'm not saying, like, look, you can't hit somebody, right? Like, you can't, like, especially when you're on the field and somebody's in the audience. But I think the fans need to be held a little more responsible, because you've been to games, you've heard what people are saying, and you're like, dude, these are human beings.
I have been there. I've been sued.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't put your hands on them regardless of what they do. You know, unless they come over the barricade into the field of play, they're protected. And this guy antagonizes him and even looks to everybody else like, hey, watch this, watch this. He's intentionally doing this. But it still doesn't give DJ the right to go over there and have an altercation, physical altercation with the guy. The judge should say, hey, sir, you too played a part in this. You banned from all NFL games for the rest of your life. Death penalty.
Yeah, I think both ways, right? Like, if a fan knows that I'm going to not be able to go to a game ever again,
right,
they might shut their mouths.
Now people will stop doing it. People will stop. So that's just my take on it. I mean, it's worth strongest.
But it's this attitude of, I paid money so I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want.
That's not true. That's not the way it works.
That's not
shouldn't
okay.
be.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an unfortunate situation because the fan Ryan Kennedy claims to not have used any derogatory comments. DK is saying he did. If DK's right and this guy is attacking there's no place for that. Attack your family or anyone. That's disgusting. I hate that. With the same issues at the Ryder Cup, right? What fans were saying to Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry, bringing in their wives, their kids. There's no place for that.
There's no place.
You want to get on them for dropping the football? Sure. You can trash talk, but you can do it in the confines of it being, all in the game. But once you go outside the football field and you bring in personal stuff, family, kids, there's no place for that. And as a human being, how do you get off on that? How are you saying, I got him, guys? I got him. There's no place for that.